everybody, what's up? So don't forget to hit the video with a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. My camera is really wobbly. Okay, so I'm not going to talk too much. We're just going to get straight into this trick. So the spectator can completely shuffle the cards any way they want it, just like that. Cut it a few times, alright. Maybe give it a Pharaoh shuffle real quick. Man, I really messed that Pharaoh shuffle up. Alright, so anyway, after they've done all that, this is when I would start to do the trick. So I'd ask for the deck back, and I would let them say stop whenever they want. Let's say right there. They take this, I'll put this over here. So this part the spectator would be doing, but since I don't have one, I'm going to turn my head around and not look. I'm just going to kind of feel my way through the cards, okay? So here we go. I would tell them to choose a card, alright? You guys obviously know what it is, I don't. I would flip it over, and I would put it somewhere in the middle of the pack, facing the opposite direction of the rest of the cards, alright? And push it in. Now I can look back this way. So, I don't know what your card is, but I do know where it is, and that's good, because I'm going to need to know later, and this is a good way to know. So, what I would do is I would take this, and they would take this, alright? And they would hold this, kind of sandwiching it in between their hands, okay? So, then what I would do is I would say, okay, so I'm going to take your card. See, now I'm holding the soul of it or something. I'm going to drop it. Alright? And check it out. Your signed card, by the way. The 9 of clubs. And also, if you don't believe it could be signed, and you think I'm tripping or something, you could go through the cards. Man, I sound black saying tripping. I go through the cards, and there is no face-up cards. So that is the trick, guys. Now you can stick around for the tutorial if you didn't already figure it out. Okay, so here's what's about to happen. Here's how to do the trick you just saw. And what would happen is the spectator would shuffle the deck up however they wanted. Alright. Any kind of way they wanted. And when they're done with that, let's try and do a good Pharaoh shuffle. The heck was that? Okay. So after they've done shuffling the deck, hopefully not a bad Pharaoh shuffle like that. I don't know what is it with me today. By the way, you want to see the end game? I know I'm a little late, but whatever. So anyway, so what would happen is I would go ahead and tell them to say stop whenever they want. Say right there, and then you take the bottom part of the deck. I mean, I guess they could have the bottom. It doesn't matter which part of the deck they have. I guess you could split and ask which one they wanted. So you would ask them which one they wanted. Let's say this one, and take the other deck and put it to your right. Okay, just like that. I'll put it a little higher so you can see. So you would let them take it. Now you would tell them to go through the deck and make a selection. Let's say the Ace of Hearts. That's pretty easy to remember. You tell them to flip it over and put it somewhere face down in the middle of that face-up deck, just like that, and push it in, and then you would ask for the deck back. So this is what you do. You say, okay, so at this point I don't know what your card is, but I do know where it is. So you're going to go through the deck, and you're going to find that face-up card, or face-down card, which is their card. And you're going to out-jog it just like I did. You're going to go through, and you're going to out-jog it just like that. And you're going to say, but I do know where it is, and that's good because we're going to need to find it later. So when you put it in at an angle, just like that. So it sticks out like that. But your hand covering it just looks like you're pushing it in just like this. See? And now your hand is covering how it sticks out a little bit right there. So you're holding it in bill grip pretty much with these two fingers and thumb. It all depends on how big your hands are, depending on how many fingers you put on the deck, I guess. So then while your hand's covering it, you're going to be taking these fingers and pushing the card out just like that while your hand's covering it, okay? So, kind of exposed view. You're just going to be pushing out until you kind of almost feel the top pop off. You're going to kind of rotate it off your thumb just like that until you feel the top kind of pop off. And you're going to be holding it just at the end like this. So whenever it pops off, you're just like that. And your hand's still covering. Kind of hold it at an angle like this toward them. Like they're right here. Hold it at an angle kind of like this. But not where they can see inside. Like, see, I'm kind of messing up. Thumb just like that. So that if it pops out a little bit like that, they can't really see. So what you're going to do is you say, okay, take this deck. And now you kind of got this in a palm position. So you're quickly going to grab that card, setting it on top of the deck just like that. So it's going to look a little something like this. Okay, you got it in that. You're going to take that deck, and they're going to take this deck. And you're going to do that fast so they don't see anything. So now you got their card on top of the deck, but they think it's still in the middle of this pack. And you're going to tell them to sandwich it in between their hands just like that. Okay, so now you got that. So now what you're going to do is you're going to kind of do a little recap. You say, okay, you could have said stop anywhere you wanted. You chose the pile. You chose a card. You flipped it over. And that's the only indication I know of. I only knew where your card was. I didn't know what it was or anything. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab your card, kind of just do a little motion like this, and then you drop it. And I forgot to mention, while you're doing all that, while you're recapping and everything, you're going to do a push-off pinky break, which is basically just looks like that. Just going to kind of push off with your thumb, and when you kind of pull back, and these 4 fingers are going to help, and your pinky's just going to get a break under it just like that. So then what you're going to do is you kind of grab the card, I guess, whatever, grab the soul of it, I don't know. You just grab it, and then you're going to drop it. And the moment you do that, you're going to flip up on your card, exposed view with my hammer covering it. That's what you're doing. Okay? Whoa, that's not what I tried to do. Alright, look a little something like that. Just flicking it up. If you didn't have your pinky there, that would happen. So definitely need to have a pinky break under the card so it just comes clean. That, and if you want to, you can kind of move your thumb out of the way a little bit. Just kind of make it like you really did drop it, but there's really not much you can do about your thumb being there. I kind of know you did a move. Just gonna grab it, drop it. Card's right there. Kind of hold your thumb like that. Then you can grab the card, you flip it over, and show it's their signed card. They could have signed that card if they wanted to. And like I said, if you don't want to sign it, just get some tape or something. Let them sign the tape and put it on the card. Okay? Then you take this deck and spread it out and show that there is no longer a face-up card in it. That they are all now facing the same direction and their card is gone. So that was the trick. And yeah, hope you guys liked it. Obviously, like the video, subscribe, and I need to stop saying that at the beginning and end. So see you guys later. Stay tuned for the next video.